Hello, Steve. Steve is helping me unbox my new Polaroid back. They'll use the I-type, more modern I-type film on an old camera. I'll show you that later. So right now, Steve is helping me unbox this thing. So I'm going to open it up. And it comes in a bag. The guy that I bought it off of eBay is a college professor, does this part-time, and he makes these things, prints them up on a 3D printer, and it's just made to go on the back of these old Polaroids, and I'll show you this later. So I'm going to open this up and take a look at it and see what it looks like. So I'm going to open up this pack here that I got in the mail from eBay. It's a Polaroid back that uses I-type film. And this is the first time I'm looking at this thing, so I'm going to open it up here. It's coming in. And this guy 3D prints this stuff and makes it to order. So when you order it, he starts making it. So I'm going to set these aside. It's got zip ties. I'll lose those. Got batteries, AAAs, and it comes with a little logo. And I am your baby. Don't leave me in a hot car. Another sticker, and then another little sticker off the side here. And I believe this is for focusing. And this is another for focusing. So it has the label for what kind of camera it is. So it says I-type 110. This says I-type 116A, and that's the camera I have. So we'll go from there. It looks like he's got a little fake film camera or film thing here just to adjust it. So we'll find out what that's about. All right, now here's the meat of the thing. It's got battery pack here, and then it's got the back. And and then this goes on the back of the camera. And when I take the camera out, I'll show you what it looks like. Comes with directions. He has directions on his selling. Well, it doesn't come with directions. It just says, don't put in the sun or you'll warp it. I don't have that problem. Right now it's like 20 below outside and snow. Snow is sunny though. It doesn't come with directions, but he does have directions on his eBay selling site. So it's detailed instructions on how to do that. So it's pretty easy. He's got a little clip that goes with it. I don't know what that is, so I'll have to figure that out. Okay, so we'll see if we can put it together. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do because I don't know what I'm doing. So this is a Polaroid. This is from the, I think, 1948 or something like that. It's one of the first Polaroid cameras they had. Heavy sucker. I'm going to put a I-type, more of a modern I-type back on this thing. The original, I'm going to open it up for you here. So you flip this down and then you open up the back. and it had Polaroid roll film that placed right here, and it threaded around in this gizmo. And these are little things I made. I'll show you what those are later. You used to have roll film that would go in and thread through here, and then you would pull it out the back after you expose the film, and it would squish the little film packets to develop the film. And much like the modern Polaroid film today, except it just used a different kind of medium for it. So to put this back on, this modern back on, I have to pull this pin out on this hinge here, and I have to pull this hinge out. And hopefully this pack will fit on here as advertised. And yeah, so we'll go ahead and do that. Let's see here. I got a little pick here. Let's see if we can dig this out. Oh yeah, look at that. All right, let me see if I can get it out a little further. Well, let's see if I can grab a hold of it with a pair of pliers here. It's coming, baby. I think I need a longer, oh, there we go. Back came off. So this thing is advertised, this brand new pack. The guy that made it says it's totally reversible, so you can take the back off, put all this stuff back on, and then you have your old camera back. So I got that piece off. All right, let's do this here. This is easier than I thought it was gonna be. All right, maybe, let's see. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Stick something on the table here to save my Amish table here. There we go. This one's a little harder. You don't want to give up so fast. Well, we'll try something else. Well, I got both pins out. It was kind of hard to pull out one of them, so I just ended up taking another pin and sticking it through the other end and pounding it out. So now that the roller piece is off now, so I'm going to set that aside. Now I have the whole back on here. All right, so here's the back. This is the Polaroid back. Here's the battery pack, and then here's the pack for this. So he said to screw them together, but I don't see any screws, and he said they came with it. So it's got battery. Let's see. All right, looks like it's fitting pretty good. All right, now so as you can see, I put the new back on this. This is a Polaroid back. Uses I-type film or pictures, so it's this size. The original camera used a roll film Polaroid right back in 1948. And so I put a new back on there. I'll show you how it works later. So he had directions on his eBay site. The only directions that he had on there that was anywhat helpful was to take the pins off of the hinges here, and on this side too. And he talks about other things, but that didn't pertain to this camera. He said he had supplied screws with it to screw this piece and this piece together, but he didn't. And there was no place to screw them in. So there are two pieces. This one's hinged and this piece is hinged, and so they tend to pop out this way. So I ended up taping it, but the electrical tape's not holding it very well. So I'm gonna have to figure something out on that. It did come with a new focusing thing. What happens is you got the bellows that comes out so far, and since you have a new back, you have to have a new it's got a kind of a new focal plane. So so it came with a piece on there that was kind of like this. This one's for an I-type 116 camera. This was for the 110 camera, which is what this is, type A or type 110. So what you do is you pop it out, and it comes out and clicks on there, and then that's where it stops. Well, it's supposed to anyway. But I guess that's where it stops. And then that's as far as you can do it, and then you can focus it back and forth like that. And so anyway, we'll see how it works. I'm gonna go get some film and pop it in there. One thing on his thing, he seems to put out a pretty good product. He 3D prints this thing. The back is already made. He just made a 3D part for it so it would fit on there onto this camera. And it's got the battery pack in here that rolls the film out after you take a picture. So so far it's working okay. I just had to figure some things out. I'll have to figure out how to get it so that these pieces stay down, and so we'll go from there. Well, I've been taking pictures with my new Polaroid back for my 110 Polaroid camera from 1948. I think it's from 1948. And it's working pretty good. I'm practicing as a learning curve. This is my subject. And I had various other subjects like a wooden bowl and some other things. So I shot that one at on a time of 4 at f/16. And I've shot this in the dark with these two lights right here. This kind of setup. The light meter said about 1 second, but I added another 4 seconds to it. So this is the best one right here. I wanted to get a really good depth of field and to be able to get a lot of this in focus, a lot of the rust in focus. So this one turned out pretty good. This one right here, I kind of did a double exposure. I found out that the camera has a little problem with on bulb and on time. And so it would shut before I was before the time was done. So it's a little blurry, and it's a double exposure actually. That was not too bad when I looked at it. This is a little dark. This one is still developing. This one's really slow developing film. It's funny though, black and white eye type film is more expensive than the color. Go figure. Anyway, as you can see, I got the back on there. I found that shooting people, I was getting a lot of yellow with shooting with just regular light bulb, like kitchen lights or whatever, and so I was getting a little too much yellow. So I use these little white lights here to see if I can get a little bit more heat on them. To wrap this whole thing up for tonight, I'm still developing this one here. It's going to take a few photos and a few bucks to get it down just right, and just get used to this camera. I've never used it before. This is the first time I fired it up and used it. I was going to shoot 220 film in it. They had little adapters you can put on the film roll and use it that way, but it was too much of a pain to use. So I thought about just using it what it was. It's Polaroid, and just using a modern back to it. As I say, the guy that I ordered it from, he made them to order. So once you order them off of eBay from him, he starts making it, and it takes about 10 days, he said, turnaround time. So you just load the film in this way. You'll pop this open, load the film in, push this button in, it pushes the black paper out. Battery holder is right here. On the found, excuse me, on this camera, the rangefinder is not really working too well. I thought it was working pretty good. So I've been just using this, and then using a measuring tape to measure how far away I'm at. So it's going to be a learning curve.